Imagine if your name, culture, and identity were taken away, and you were given a number.
I was given a number 39. We were all given numbers, and they called us by our number. Number 39, get over here. Number 39, do this. Number 39, do that. So we were ordered around by our number, not by our name. So name is very important. It's been a confusing thing to get used to, you know, like sorting that out. Because I'm still Niketko, but I'm still 39 and I'm still Mary Jane. So yeah, it's a little bit of a confusing situation.
From the early 1830s to 1996, thousands of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis children were forced to attend residential schools in an attempt to aggressively assimilate them into the dominant culture.
Residential school was very, very sad. I was crying myself to sleep every night. I missed my mom. It was quite a shock, a culture shock. Very, very oppressive situation.
Another time I remember we were going home and I was sick. And I was alone upstairs I was sick and I was alone upstairs in the dorm. But I was looking out the window and I could see all these parents coming for their kids and noisy, laughing. And then I seen my mom and my dad coming. And I ran to the top of the landing and I was looking down. And I remember I could hear my mother saying, well, could I at least go up and see her? Can I go up and see my daughter? And they wouldn't let her come up and see me. And all I could see was my mother's hand holding the banister. And I never got to see her. They wouldn't let me. Why? Why do they do things like that? To torture us?
Well, it was a Catholic school, so we learned catechism. We learned English, math, just everything, history. It was a European history. And it was like Canadian history started when the explorers landed on the Canadian shores in the 1700s. Nothing about Aboriginals, and I used to pinch myself and think, do we even exist? We never hear anything about us. We're native people. We're Intlakabmach, and nothing is ever said. It was like we didn't exist. So that's what we learned in school. We learned how to be ashamed of our culture and of our people, and that was part of it, and we have to overcome that.
Talking about it has helped me not to be angry, not to hate. So when I tell my story, I want people to know this is what happened to them, and in return, it's helping me to heal from all this pain.
Name one thing that you learned about residential schools that you will never forget. What is an action that you could take to help support the survivors of residential schools?